everyone, it's Anne here. I had fun yesterday making these tassels from lace and silk, and they're nice and flat, so I figured you could probably put them in your journals. I'd like to show you how I made them, so I'll just put those ones over to the side and show you what I used. I used these little scraps of silk, and they came from one of these rolls like that, and what they are is silk, recycled sari silk, and they're stitched together. They're joined every so often. When it gets to the end of a colour, it starts another design and colour, and so you get lots of different fabrics on a roll, and I like that because then you get a bit of everything. So that's where my silk came from, and I'm also going to use some lace. Right. Just remove that piece out and use my scraps. Now you're going to need thin pieces, and the beauty of this stuff is that it tears really nicely and really easily. So I've got a piece that's about 60 centimetres long. You can adjust the size to suit yourself, but I've found that 60 centimetres makes a reasonable length tassel. I'm just going to make a cut. I don't know, it's not quite a centimetre, if you can see that. If I put it on the white, you'll be able to see it. That much from the end. And if you pull it gently, it will tear in a straight line all the way down the length of the silk. So that's one piece. And I figure you need about 3 colours. You could use more, but I'm using 3. It's very stringy. You have to get rid of the strings or they get all entangled with each other. 2, and a piece off this one. Okay, so I've got 3 pieces of the silk that kind of go together, and I'm going to use 3 pieces of this very fine black lace. So, about that long. Oops. And 3 lengths. Okay. Can put that piece up there. So I've now got 6 pieces, and I'm just going to lay them out together. Like that. I'm alternating the silk and the lace. I don't know if that makes a difference to the overall look of the tassel, but I did it anyway. All threads. It's not helping that I need to put some cream on my hands because it's sticking to my hands where I've got a bit of rough skin. Alright, so we've got them together like that. I'm going to pick them up about the middle. Actually, I'm going to trim them off so that they're all approximately the same length. You can discard that. So I'm going to find the middle and cut it in half. And then I'm going to find the middle again. I'm not going to cut it this time. Well, what I'm going to do is put a piece of bent wire. This is just a piece of ordinary wire that I've cut, bent in half, and I'm going to put that through the middle, so I've got control of all the layers together. Now just put that down for a sec. I've got here some gold jump rings. I'm just going to close this one up so it doesn't catch. Now you don't have to use jump rings, or it can be any ring really. It doesn't have to be a jump ring. Anything that's a circle you could use. It's alright, that's it. And I'm going to show you how you can do it without the jump rings in a moment. Anyway, this one, I'm going to use this jump ring, and I'm going to thread the wire through the hole of the jump ring and pull the whole thing through. I might have to persuade it a little bit. Once it's through, you can slide it down so that you can open up this top piece and find where the wire goes through all the layers, so you're not missing any layers. Goes through there, and open that up a bit more. I'm going to take another jump ring, and this time I'm going to open it quite wide. And I'm going to take the wire out, and I'm going to put the jump ring on all the layers. And it might be a bit of a fiddle to make sure you get them all, but once you've got them all on that ring safely, I'm going to close the ring up with the pliers. Okay, so now I've got a ring on the top and another ring lower down, and I'm going to just push that ring back up, straighten out the layers. Okay, now we've got it secured. So what we've got is all the little pieces secured here with a ring and a loop through the top that we can use to attach it. And I'm just going to draw them all down to the bottom, make sure they're all the same length. Give it a bit of a haircut. Good. Alright, now once I've done that, I'm going to use a piece of this, and probably need, I don't know, 4 inches or so, 5 inches maybe. It can be as long as you like. And just take that piece. I'm going to thread it through the ring like that. Just straighten it out so that you've got the frayed edges sitting, you know, to the edges how they're supposed to be. And then when you're happy with it, put a little bit of glue. Just on the top there. And that will just keep it together at the top. So there we've got that, and you can use this top piece to affix it to your tag or your page or something to make it into a dangle or a bookmark or whatever you're going to do with yours. I made some little clusters out of the silk as well, and I did attach one to the top of this one for the page, and I suppose I could attach maybe that one onto that, like so. And all of this is just some little rectangles of the silk cut up, and I've secured them all with a button, which in this case happens to be a butterfly button. Okay, that's doing it that way. I'll just show you how you can do it if you don't have any rings. So I'll use a different colour this time. And then I'm just tearing the strips. I love how this just tears in a straight line. It's probably enough. And one more. This one. Okay, now I need some lace again. These ones are a bit longer than 60 centimetres anyway, so I'm just going to cut them off about there, and then measure my lace to the same length. And a third piece of lace. Okay. Right, approximately the middle. And cut that, and then the middle again. And this time I'm going to tie it with a piece of this cord. You can use cord, you could use embroidery floss, something strong. There we go, like that. Okay, so now I've got a cord tied around the middle, and I'm going to use a needle and thread going to attach it the top below the tie, and just wrap it round a few times so it's nice and tight. And then anchor it with a couple of small stitches. Actually going to go around it a few times. And then when I'm done, I'll poke the needle through the stitches and come out down the bottom. That way I can cut off the thread and it's hidden in the middle of the tassel. Okay. All that's left to do is just even up the bottom. You can use those little bits to make the clusters, don't throw them away. And there we're done. And I think it just looks so different, having the difference in texture between the silk and the lace. I think it's really pretty. Okay, well, I hope you have fun making some, and I'll catch you very soon again in the next video. Have fun crafting. Bye for now.